The next time that we will see some coverage of the sequel to Breath of the Wild is uncertain. There was nothing on the highly anticipated sequel in the recent Nintendo Direct, which is totally okay, no problem at all, but it got me thinking about what will happen when the time comes that we will see more of this game. I often fantasize about these sort of things, just imagining all of the chaos on Twitter, the videos flying out right, left and centre on YouTube, and all of the theories and speculative thoughts going around the internet. I love that. The two trailers we have so far were quite different, and this was definitely done on purpose. The first was set underground and gave a strong indication that the game will have an emphasis on these caves, but then we're hit with the second trailer where we're literally in the complete opposite setting. The sky. Combining these two trailers has created a lot of room to speculate and try to figure out what takes place when. There are even indications that this second trailer may show a separate time frame to the first. We simply don't know. But all of this got me thinking about what the next inevitable trailer could show. What sort of direction could Nintendo take it? Now of course, this video is going to be 100% speculation, and honestly more just me going over some of my own ideas. I enjoy these types of videos, they are a nice change of pace from theories and lore, so keep that in mind. None of this is anywhere close to fact. Anyway, be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in to get featured right here. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, it really helps the channel out, and let's get into this one. As you'd probably expect, this is going to be mostly my ideas based on what we've seen so far. So the first trailer focused on Ganondorf, the big bad of the game, and what our entire journey will be working towards stopping. It was pretty brief, but we now know that Ganondorf's in the game. At least that's what we currently know. Then the second trailer showed a complete 180 of Link traversing the sky, with a bit of a different look as well. The only real connecting points between these two trailers are at the beginning and end. Everything in between was completely foreign to the first trailer. I personally believe that there is something going on with what they show in each trailer, having them contrast extremely, meaning the next trailer will reveal something pretty out there as well, on the same level as Ganondorf or travelling through the skies and possibly time. Okay, getting to the point, what are some ideas that I believe could work for the next trailer? Firstly, showing off more key points of the story. Teasing them anyway. This could range from showing us some glimpses of the hand and maybe its origin teased briefly, to potential time travel points of the game, if that is the player role. If not, then maybe some shots of what's actually up with the sky aside from distant shots of sky islands. It would also be a good opportunity to show some characters involved in the main story. Whether they are already known characters such as Robbie or Pura, or maybe somebody completely new, I think a good point to focus on if they did this, that would be cool. I think a good point to focus on if they did go in this direction would be the sky, showing us up close traversal of these islands and whatever life may be up here, maybe tying that into the character's point. Maybe there is a whole civilization we don't know of up here. Any more of the sky would be really cool in my opinion. Showing off more key points of the story would be cool. A solid idea for the next trailer. But something else that would also work is showing us more of Hyrule. What do I mean by this? Well, I think that showing us a look at how Hyrule is recovering now that Castle Town and Hyrule Castle is free of Calamity Ganon and presumably its malice fueling the Guardians would be pretty cool. This was an aspect done well in Breath of the Wild's Life in the Ruins trailer. It highlighted the people we'll see in the game and a little bit of history. With this trailer, it would maybe be 2 minutes focused on the people from all corners of the lands coming together to begin rebuilding the heart of the kingdom. Not just that, but also some of the early planning and work Princess Zelda and Link are getting up to. And hey, maybe a pinch of gameplay showing us that we can help rebuild by collecting materials for people. Maybe even a custom home? Okay, maybe we'll find that out in the game if it wants to be. We know how the game ended, with a tease that something is wrong with Divine Beast Faruta, so maybe the trailer could begin with this shot and then swiftly cut to the people of Hyrule rebuilding their homes. I would also like to mention that the trailer could end with this shot, maybe extending it a little more from what we saw at the end of Breath of the Wild, but I personally like my first idea more. A trailer focused on how Hyrule is doing following the sealing of Calamity Ganon would be neat. And I even have one more idea to suggest. More Ganondorf. This idea is actually inspired by the second Untold Chronicles trailer for Age of Calamity. I really liked the way that game was promoted with frequent small trailers focused on different parts of the game's story, one of which focused on the Yiga clan and their partner, the game's big bad, Astor. I would love to see something like this for Ganondorf in Breath of the Wild too, and I did briefly mention that in the first point, but this one would be more focused on just Ganondorf, opening with isolated shots of the corpse laying there, then suddenly flashing back to half-second glimpses of how the corpse got there, teasing us of how this whole situation came to be. Then maybe a few shots of Ganondorf actually waking up, moments following this scene. Teasing that would be awesome, but I think the main feature of this idea would be showing us some of the history, giving us some clips of Ganondorf well and truly alive, wreaking whatever havoc is to come, but before this situation, or maybe after this situation, who knows. And the trailer could maybe end with a tease of a standoff between Link and Ganondorf, or even better, Ganondorf facing off against Link and Zelda. Then snapshot the trailer out into a tease of where the entrance to Ganondorf's tomb is, giving us fairy people something to milk for at least 6 months. But in all seriousness, I think a Ganondorf focused trailer would be a brilliant idea, as this is the first time that the King of Evil has appeared in a while. The last time was Twilight Princess. That game released on the 19th of November 2006, 11 days before my birthday. But that was 13 years ago from the time of this game and Ganondorf's reveal. Give the man his spotlight. This would probably be my favourite idea out of all of them, but that's just me. As fun as that speculation is, when could we actually see this third trailer? Well, I'm sure it'll come as a shock to nobody that I simply don't know. If I had to guess, I'd assume later this year, maybe a future direct or possibly at the Game of the Year awards show. Generally speaking, I'd guess this year. If not a trailer, maybe some gameplay or something else on it. But until then, we shall wait and see. Thanks a ton for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing for more fabulous Zelda content. What do you predict to see in the next trailer for the sequel to Breath of the Wild? These are just some of my ideas, but I really want to hear all of yours, so be sure to leave a comment down below and look out for my replies. I'm currently in Germany again, if you didn't know, back visiting my partner for a week. I mentioned this because I want to thank all of you for allowing me to make videos on YouTube for a living. It allows me to basically create and edit my own work schedule as freely as I like, most of the time. This helps so much with mine and my partner's long distance situation. I can make videos in advance and then fly out to be together for a week or so at a time. Also, just in general, thank you for allowing me to do this. Without you, this doesn't happen. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Love you all and will be forever thankful for making this my life. As always, a huge special thank you goes out to all of my supporters across Patreon and YouTube. If you'd like to join them and get yourself a shout upon joining and your name at the end of every video, then consider supporting. Again, thanks for watching. And until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.